What's going on, you guys? It's Vergil. So in this one, we're going to be doing my updated tier list here before the 7th year anniversary on Dragon Ball Legends. And of course, this is a tier style list rather than a top 10 numbered list, just because I think we could get a better idea of where these units compare amongst each other rather than being hella specific, even though I will probably tell you guys where I'd place them currently in a meta numbered list, because I know you guys do enjoy that. But this could be beneficial to a lot of people in understanding where the meta is, what units are amongst each other in set tiers instead of unit placements. I think you could get a better idea of how value works this way. But make sure to drop a like in the video. I'm gonna be setting the like goal of this video to 500 likes. Let me know if you guys are excited for the 7th anniversary in the comment section. Also, what team you are currently using, whether that's if you're participating in this Daima meta or if you're running something a little bit different, say androids, movies, Saiyans, hybrid Saiyans, even DB Saga like I personally am. But there's a lot of different variables in this meta that are still usable and above average. So I'd argue Daima is the best team in the game. I'm sure you guys already know that much. This guy being the best character on the team. No, it's not Ku. No, it's not Do. No, it's not Vegeta or a mini Goku. Obviously, he does make the setup by providing the guaranteed second life with his indestructible on Daima. All the utility that he does have, he allows cover changes to happen, which is his best feat. I think that's really important when obviously it makes the game hell of a lot of 50-50s, but the sub count manipulation on Daima is absurd. The damage he's able to dish out with either Ku support, the ramp up, the gauge pop, the vanish restore utility on Daima is currently unmatched. I think they have pretty much everything along with late game healing and sustain. So just great damage, great all-around team, and he is the core of it. So he has to be individually arguable best, and then, you know, just meta-wise arguably best. We do have another god tier character here that I think deserves a lot more appreciation in the community. I feel like he doesn't get respect he deserves, but his team isn't fantastic. So I could kind of understand why he isn't being ran all that much. Like Daima has like an entire lineup of cards that will just be perfectly synergized with one another and compete on a same level. Cell just carries all his setups you know, on his back. Literally is just a one-man army. His utility is absurd, and he can still solo teams to this day. So that's why I gotta have him on the god tier. On a unit placement tier, so like 1 through 10, I wouldn't. Maybe he'd be like a top 5 scenario, but it's strictly from an individual basis. The rest of his team lineups, if we're talking from a pure tags perspective, so androids, future, powerful opponents, they're very low, top 10, if not even 10 at that right now. So Cell, probably like a top 5 is where I'd have him. 4, 3 the highest, and I don't even think I'd have it that from a meta perspective, just because it's a team game and there's only so much that this guy's gonna do alone. But yeah, still insane combos, type neutral, the disrupt, of course, the nuke ultimate, nullify endurance for existing shit is disgusting. So he's able to literally sweep through teams very easily. But if he had a team as well as Daima, or as good as Daima as well, as good as Daima, he'd be, you know, top 2 right now on a unit specific. I didn't want to make this a number list so I could show you guys I am respecting this unit as a god tier character right now, but I wouldn't have him personally in my like top 3 or 4. I think I literally have him specifically 5. We're gonna add a couple more on the god tier here. I'd probably slap Majin Vegeta as the next god tier character. This guy has just not been power crept, man. Despite his damage being a little bit less, you know, in a team dynamic, right, we have Cell just being crazy numbers wise, Daima with the support crazy numbers wise, Vegeta, he still got it. He's still putting up very similar numbers. It's less, but similar numbers, is carried by utility, and Sans is actually a perfect counter to Daima in this meta. Would I have him in the top 5? No, but I will respect him as one of the god tier characters in the game, specifically from his individuality. So like Cell, very similar right now. Given Saiyans is a very viable top tier teams as well. So even if you're not running Daima, if you're running the 3 Ku, if you're running mini Daima Goku, the new Kid Goku, you could be running this guy outside of Daima. I think his utility is fantastic outside of just holding the indestructible, right? Allowing cover change to happen, the cancellation of buffs, pure Saiyans, the snipe, the AoE green card, the cancellation of buffs, the endurance. This guy is still utility stack. So God tier, wouldn't have him in the top 5 personally, but deserved to be respected as one of the best characters. We're gonna go to Beast Gohan. Team isn't really there. I mean, like, his best party right now would probably be movies with God Goku and Turles, maybe. I think that is the setup there. So he's still great. Great combo, great damage. Obviously, the special beam cannon is going to carry him, and the rush protection will definitely carry him. But, you know, the Cell, when he dropped, I think these guys dropped drastically in value simply because best unit in the game counters these guys. But all these kind of teams and characters have checks now. With teams being the main focus, I think ever since Daima was introduced, it just became like a mini meta reset. So that is the team that you're seeing most of the time because of how well it can survive. You're seeing low star Daima comps just heal completely and sustain till the end of the games as well. You don't really need to have that team at max stars to not only live but put up max damage because of the way that the support works, right? So who offers the support? Do offers the support. Mini Green Goku offers the support. A couple other options here. We do have, you know, we're talking about Beast Gohan. He does have a disrupt as well. Special beam, dead unit. So whether that's the Vegeta, the Ku, Do, these guys with endurance. Obviously, the Goku will survive with his indestructible. Having 2 characters, just easy targets for these, or yeah, these 2 predators on the team right there. But moving on to the last God tier character, I'll probably slap on Super Saiyan 3, given I think Super Saiyan 3, or yeah, Beast as well. Beast and Super Saiyan 3, lower top 10. So Cell, you could be like 5 maybe. I think Majin Vegeta is like 7, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10. Super Saiyan 3, I think in this meta personally, you can make the arguments for like interchangeable slots, but it's just heavily team controlled by Daima. And I think DB Saga is a very close second in a team controlled scenario. So despite these guys having absurd utilities and Saiyans putting up very well, Beast Gohan on movies putting up well, Cell on future sort of putting up, it's really just Cell. Yeah, the infinite combos, green cards, these guys, this is still one of the nastiest duos in the game. I'm not going to deny that. I'm just thinking Daima, DB, no other team is sustaining the heal defense, and then Daima is able to put up nasty numbers. So if you don't have a Daima to complement, DB Saga is kind of almost there. I just don't think the utility is on par. So we're getting ahead of ourselves here. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you guys already know what he does. Just infinite combos, immunities, that nullification to endurance on that entry level. A bit of utility is fantastic. Buff cancellations, always great. All these characters offer buff cancellation, which is really nasty. But we'll move into the Z tier here. So I do believe that this Goku's actually top 5 right now. I'm going to put him in the Z plus tier. So this is why this list is going to differ from a unit number list, just because I'm comparing these guys more on an individual basis than I would normally do on a tier list. But I'm letting you guys know they can compete in this meta because of how well they can handle either Daima or any of these other comps with just their sheer utility. So less utility from him. It's really just the Vanish Restore, the Indestructible, very low cover nullification, which is, you know, it is what it is, but his damage stacking is absurd, and then the heal sustain defense on DB is very comparable to Daima, I think. Yes, I think it's very comparable. I've been running the team since DB got buffs. I didn't think I was going to invest the way I did, but I'm glad I did to let you guys know to not sleep on the DB tag. I'm pretty sure this guy's easily on the top 5 level right now, being the main damage dealer on a Dragon Ball Saga, whilst, you know, every swap just heal. Having plays with the, you know, Vanish Restore, given it's limited, still very powerful. Having a guaranteed second life with his Indestructible that's not tied down to being Daima is going to age very well. So I can only imagine when he gets more Sun Family buffs. So him on any Saiyan setup, Sun Family setup's going to work fantastically anyways. We'll swap over. We got Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta on the best team in the game. I'd currently have him in a top 5 scenario as well, with the best team, standard team, in my opinion, being this. It's just disgusting. I mean, you guys already know. I don't need to break it down that much. Vegeta being one of the main damage dealers on that setup. Utility isn't all of that, but the way he can stack Cup Pen is very good. He nukes. He's just the main damage dealer on the setup. I will also slap Ku on the Z tier as well. I'd probably still have him above Super Saiyan 3. I do think Ku is on a top 5 level. Support, disgusting, paralyze, controls the game. Faint is controlling the game right now, so luck dependent, but I do think the Vanish Restores on green, very similar to how the Goku does it. It's very clutch. Debuffs happen more than not, and then of course the disrupts that activate, but the support is the main role that he does play, allowing the team to do some stupendous damage, not to mention the healing. So these guys to Z tier. We will slap in any other characters that I want to slap in Z plus tier right now. Let's think about it. We do have the rest of the DB Saga squad, so I'm going to slap this guy here. Let me find him. He's a new unit that I'm slapping very high on a current unit on a number tier list. So I do have, where is he, bro? I don't think I've ever placed this guy on a tier list, but this Goku is amazing. So on pure Dragon Ball Saga, he is kind of the wall right now. The main wall, the main healer. I think this trio might be the best standard DB team. RIP DKP. But yeah, the wall, the endurance, this guy's the cancel buffs, the utility, the disrupt, the gauge is very powerful as well. He's probably the one unit that will deal with Cell, cancel the buffs. This guy wants the Rising Rush, whether you want to get your buffs canceled, swap into him to survive. You got the second life with the Goku, but the only team that can sustain as long as Daima can and still keep up. The only problem is, like I said, the utility's a little bit or quite a bit less than Daima. So Daima definitely has that edge over them, but Goku, the way he stacks up damage is ridiculous. So I think DB deserves a little bit more praise here. Unfortunately, these guys do not have any blast armor, but playing the team correctly here, Goku is going to be the main star of that show. I just really do think the synergy behind that, the equipments, obviously they have access to that one-of-one, the entire party has access to the same item. These guys are definitely buffed to the max. So it took me a while to get used to this idea. They just sustain. That's pretty much what it is, and you're hoping that Goku actually out damages the other, party, because Daima isn't all about Goku or Vegeta or Ku doing damage. They're all doing damage, so Goku really has to make up in that factor. But I think from a defensive sustain point of view, they are second to Daima for sure, or if not on par at a sustained defensive level. That's how good it is. Is there anyone I'm forgetting? Probably Tambourine, DKP are good honorable mentions. Don't know where I'm personally going to place them right now. I'm kind of just doing this list raw. So, okay, so DK Pickle, unfortunately for him, man, they undertuned this character way too much. So I honestly, I think I'm going to place him on S tier. Even on DB Saga, being a rush merchant's pretty powerful, but being a liability on the team, the utility is just not there. It's really just Rising Rush. That's it with this character. So I don't know if I'm going to place him any higher. I'll decide in this one. We do have this Piccolo Jr. I'm going to place him on Z. Fantastic. The Vanish Restore on the greens, the damage output, and the red character for DB Saga. There's a lot of very powerful yellows in the meta. DB actually has a full color wheel pretty much to work with, I believe. Yeah, we're going to slap him here on Z. S. Okay, I'm gonna just start giving some characters some shine here. This Daima Goku, by the way, I wouldn't have this guy top 10. These two I currently would have top 10. Mini Daima Goku, I personally have top 10, and arguably off 10. This guy, Z tier as well. I do want to be quick with this. A lot of 1% are going to be on Z tier. Daima, so supports, utility, paralyze, support, utility, cancel buff effects, healing, wall nature. This is disgusting. This guy has the sub lock-in, so like a mini lock-in plus crazy damage output. Very simple, but no blast armor. It's not, it is what it is. We're going to slap a lot of characters in A and S. Just realistically, I'll probably slap Sword of Hope in A. Let's work on the A really quickly. Obviously, just a solid option in general. The fact that this guy is an option in general is kind of superb. I don't even want to have him on my tier list because he's not relevant. But we'll be slapping God Goku in Z tier. I know I forgot about this guy, but it's just like pure Saiyans. Like, he's still very solid. AoE green card, immunities, Vanish Restore, type neutral. Damage is still absurd, so he'll be somewhere up here. I don't really want to order this, but that's kind of what I'm doing here. So God Goku, he's there. I'd have him arguable top 10 still. Z will have these guys. S, there's going to be a lot of S characters here. So Tag, Gohan, and Trunks, unfortunately in this meta, they're just not making too much of an impact, despite individually being fantastic, right? The heals are good, defense, offense, all rounded out characters, great. Zamasu, same thing. The way with his attack and defensive gauge, he has the capabilities of just doing a lot of good. Vanish Restore on the green, the Paralyze on the blue, solid damage output. This guy right here, uncancelable, cover nullification, disrupt, damage, teams. It's pretty much very similar to these two right there. IT Goku, very same premise at high stars. He's cancer, vanish restores, AoE green card merchant. Not much more to that. He has the sniping ultimate as well. Super Trunks, somewhere in S. Guaranteed disrupt, wall character, Vegeta clan, great team options. But these are all sub. I think all sub. We'll have Vegito Blue somewhere at the back of this list as well. Anti-gauge character, still can pretty decent damage output wise. Teams, he's fallen off from where he was initially a lot, obviously, if we're having him down here. I think Goku Black's on pretty much the same tier as him now, if not better. Defense utility is not fantastic, but his offensive abilities are quite great. So his sustain, his cancel buff effects, his second life, yeah, Goku Black pretty much on par with Vegito's current value. We'll have Turles a little bit higher. I think I'm going to slap him somewhere in Z tier. Just a standard on movies, great pair for Beast Gohan, Goku. Second life is guaranteed. The comeback is always still great. Type neutral post the revive. Defensively, that vanish restore on main pop. Yeah, generally just a good defensive option, core character. Very balanced unit, but at the same time, he just provides a lot of good healing, defensive aspects. It's funny that we can have him in Z and all these characters in S. I have them all in S because they have just become sub options now. It's crazy to see these three go, specifically how DKP's even down here, but it's just how it is. They're not, they just can't outperform these top dogs in the meta. Currently, I'll probably have this Daima Goku in the S tier option as well. One of the better options just because Daima heavy carries. He's still a snipe merchant, very, very powerful damage wise, and we got great support on Daima as well, so he can go nuclear on that. The cancel buffs, the second life potential, dude can still do it. MVP 17 somewhere in S tier as well. I don't know where, but it's around here, and he's one of Cell's best partners, so to see how far he is from, say all these other characters, great utility, dude. The infinite second vanishes, the support that he has, the green card, the gauge, the cancel buff effects is great. He just got a platinum equipment. He was an old unit with the plat. It's just outdated meta wise, right? Not the same sustain. Damage is fine. He's not eating as much damage as he used to. It just is what it is. A tier, we'll probably slap these guys. It just is what it is. These guys above. Gohan, probably an A tier as well. Somewhere in A tier, A tier. I think this is all fair. Tamborine's going to be somewhere in S tier. This Gohan, I think this is a super solid list here. So these guys are, still great on whatever their respective setups are. So future / androids with Cell. This guy, Hybrid Saiyans. We got Beast Gohan on top. Hybrid Saiyans, Beast Gohan, Majin Buu Saga. We have this guy, Fusions. Fusions not fantastic, but movies still works. Uncancelable cover and only equip. Hybrids, Gohan. Fusions, movies. Yeah, this guy has a little bit to work with. He's also got God Key, so there's that. Cell, this guy's horrible. I don't even want to add him on the list. Like, he's just honorable mentions, and then there's that. Let me see if I could throw anybody else on the list just to give you guys a full perspective here. We'll probably slap Glorio somewhere in A tier with his plat equip. That's a pretty good option right there. I'm trying to slap him there. Somewhere there. He just got a platinum equipment. This mini blue Goku somewhere in A maybe as well. Just Daima's too good to not include these other Daima sub characters. They're just too good, and I think that's it. We can have some honorable mentions maybe. Shin is still honorable mention. Solid, that's funny. Super Vegito, honorable mention maybe. Or A. Somewhere in A tier is pretty fine. G4 maybe honorable mention, or is no? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Honorable mention maybe. Yeah, with just fusions. His gauge is still pretty nifty. His utility, AoE, green card, vanish restore. He can maybe do something. I don't know. He's pretty low, though. I think even all these characters would just be better than him. Like, around till here. Until literally where I kind of placed him. But, yeah. I'm just trying to make a general list here. Something off the top of my head. Golden. This guy. Let me know if there's anyone that I missed or I could have added, or you guys want to nitpick on, and I can debate it with you guys in the comment section. But this is just a general, not too specific idea, and not numbered ordered as well. This is just tier placement list. but didn't want to make this too long for you guys. Super 17's always fantastic. Yeah, don't want to forget about him. He's great somewhere on A tier. With Cell, you know, maybe I'd even argue him S tier. That's how good he is. So there you go. There you go. Probably put Shin a little bit higher. He's still good on Majin Buu Saga. Goku Bardock? No. Golden Frieza? No. Yeah, Golden Frieza would also be honorable mentions, dude. Comeback is still pretty powerful, but this is what I'm gonna stick with. I don't want to make this too crazy, overwhelming, loads of content, pushing into the 7th ante. So like I said, let me know in the comment section what y'all think and what you would tweak, what's your opinions, if you have any questions, all that. I'm out. Stay frosty, gang.
Up all night, so you don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me.